Hello everyone, welcome back to Content to Profit, where I go live with you on Monday evenings at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm so glad you're here, and if you're here, you want more. You want more for yourself, you want more in life, you're ready to take action, to take steps towards your dreams, and I'm honored to be with you because I know, you're not like the rest. You are ready to do something incredible with your life, incredible with your brand. You feel like you have a calling that is bigger than what the people around you have done. Perhaps you feel different than everyone else in your family. Perhaps you feel different than your friends. And I want you to think of the time that we spend here together as the time that you get to spend with someone who's going to encourage you, with a community of other women around the world that know they were made for something more and that are taking action towards it. We are not just thinking about it, we are doing women. So if you're here and you're a doing woman, please drop me an emoji, maybe a clap, maybe a heart, and send this live to a friend who you know will be encouraged. And if you've been here before and you know that I'm about to drop something amazing that could potentially change your life and brand forever, send this live to a friend right now. Invite a friend to join so that they can get in on this too. I'm so glad you're here. Angie's here. Serena's here. Mai's here. Christy's here. Jay. Helena's here. Coco's here. Okay. So tonight I want to talk all about, last week we talked about creating content, lazy content, doing content the easy way. And today I want to talk about speeding up your content process. One of the things that really stops us as entrepreneurs is feeling like we have a huge task in front of us and we just don't know the right steps to take. We just don't know, well, if I start this, I won't be able to finish this, or maybe I will spend too much time on this, or maybe I don't spend enough time on this at all. And often content becomes like a project that we feel like, oh, we have to have this perfect thing done. And the reality is, if we just take small steps towards our goals every day, we're going to see results. Hi, Angie. Hi, Tease That Hair. What's up? Yes, I love that you're watching as you're editing a podcast. Hey, Brittany. Hello. Aries girl, welcome. So if you're watching this, you are made for more. Elena's here. You know you are made for more. There's something different about you, and you feel a call to share it with the world. And you know you have a thing. Like in Brittany's case, she has a beautiful product. In Elena's case, she is a real estate agent and she's sharing properties. In my case, she has a podcast that will probably one day transform into coaching. Same for Angie. All of you have dreams, and there's absolutely no reason you cannot achieve them with social media. Social media is giving us so much power in our hands. And why is my theme song? It just stopped. It's been happening like every other time I go live. But anyway, there's so much power in our hands with social media. And so to not take the opportunity to learn how to master this skill is just throwing money away. I've added it up, and even on my low months, without learning what I've learned, I left $130,000 a year on the table, not knowing what I know now. So if I would have just invested time and trust in a coach to figure it out, I would have expedited the process. And now I just invested $13,000 in coaching to get to my next level, and it's already paying off. So what I do here is I'm sharing with you for free some value. So I want you to grab your notebook, take out your notebook, because I know you're watching this on your phone. And I want you to take down some notes, because right now I am about to tell you something that could help you create the content that takes your brand to the next level. That could take your brand to the next level, $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month. Really, this is up to you. If you're here, are you going to take the steps that you need to take? Are you? Only you can do this. No one's going to do it for you. No one's going to come save you. Only you can take the action. And if you're an action taker and you haven't grabbed the guide in my linked in my profile, you need to do it now. That free guide that I give you is going to help you get set up for success. Has anyone grabbed it so far? I sure hope so. Let me know. And when you grab the guide, you will get invited to my free masterclass that is happening on July 10th. And I'm going to be teaching you how to set up a profitable profile. The minute that I shifted into running a real business was the minute that I started making more money. It's really not that hard, but you have to know the strategy and you have to be willing to take action. Hi, Aries girl. Yes, she got it. Woohoo. Okay. So today I actually wanted to talk about, last week we talked about lazy content. This week we're talking about fast content. Are you ready? Buckle up, because it's about to get good. Have any of you guys heard about the Pomodoro technique? Let me know if you have. I'm so glad you're here, Elizabeth, Gladys, Aries girl. The Pomodoro technique helps you manage your time and helps you focus on one task at a time, which as a business owner, this is really challenging for me. And I've been getting really, really good at doing this for time management skills. I work with VIP clients throughout the day. Helena, Stephanie, Darnell, they're in my program right now. And if you guys want to get on my next VIP round, you want to go sign up for the wait list, because my next opening will probably be in 4 months and I'll be choosing from that wait list. Hi, Angie. Elena says she hasn't heard of it. Angie says she's heard of it. Helena says she hasn't heard of it. Okay, let me explain. So the Pomodoro method is simply just a methodology for you to break down the task that you're doing and focus on it. It's almost like you hear like vegans say they're having a mono meal and like all they eat is bananas. Like in this time that you dedicate to a task, you do nothing else. You do not look at your phone. You put your phone on Do Not Disturb. You do not, if you think of something else you need to do, you don't do it. You set a timer on your phone for 25 minutes and you focus dedicated time and attention to that task. And if another thought comes into your head, you have a notebook by you. I keep this notebook by me at all times of things that need to happen later, or I know I can't forget about it. But I stay focused on the task at hand in front of me on my computer, which is really important for me to be integrity for my clients that I work with, where they get a certain amount of time with me a day. So if something comes to mind, it's like I just write it down and I keep going on helping them with their project. This is super, super effective if, like me, you're switching out of different roles. I manage a team for my agency. I lead VIP clients, and I'm also creating content for myself throughout the day, or taking client calls that aren't in VIP that just are booked a call. There's a lot of things going on. And so I'm making sure I'm highly focused on the task at hand. So what I need you to do is think about the time in your day where you might not be moving efficiently. Like you might get the task done by the end of the day, but you might not be moving as efficiently as possible because you're not dedicating 100% focus to that task. You're willing to text people. You're willing to be available. You might be looking at emails that are coming in. And honestly, it is not going to be as effective. Like your brain is not going to be able to produce at the creative level that God created you to create if you're focused on so many things at one time. And believe me, this was really challenging for me to dedicate myself to. But since doing this, it has changed my life. Because instead of spending so much time, extra time getting back into the zone on a task, I focus that dedicated time to it. So the way this is going to work is you're going to choose a single task that you're going to work on. You're going to grab a notebook just in case something comes to mind and you need to start writing it down just so you don't get overwhelmed or feel like you're going to forget it. You're going to set a timer for 25 minutes. You just use your phone, set a timer for 25 minutes, put your phone in Do Not Disturb, and you're going to focus on just that task. And then with the 5 minutes in between, so you've got like 30 minutes and 30 minutes, an hour, you're setting your timer for 25 minutes, and then you got a 5-minute break. During your 5-minute break, you can do whatever you need to do. If you're clocking in and out for somebody, like you're a service provider, you clock out, you do what you need to do, take a break, refill your water and your coffee. Because if you're anything like me, you have 2 emotionally supportive drinks at one time, at all times, maybe even 3 sometimes. I need a glass of water traditional clear liquid. I need something fancy. I don't know if it's a green juice, a bubbly water, and then I need like coffee or like chocolate health drink of some sort, right? Right now I'm into mushroom coffee. Hey, Angie. Okay. So, have you heard enough about the Pomodoro method to think, okay, that's what I need to do. That is what I need to do to transform my attention span, to transform my mindset. It's really effective for me. And I reward myself with little breaks or a little nap, like a 10-minute nap. It's the best thing ever. Hi, Lauren Courtney. I'm so glad you're here, and I can't wait till our appointment. Okay. Ooh, Jamie's here. Hello. So, have you done this before? And if you haven't done it before, are you going to challenge yourself to do it tomorrow? I just want to see if you guys are listening, and then we'll continue on to the next challenge. Are you interested in implementing the Pomodoro method in your life? And do you see how this could drastically affect your productivity, creativity levels? Yes, that's what I'm using. I'm using Rise, Angie. Yes, Helena says yes. Okay, awesome. Aries girl says yes. Love it. Okay, so my challenge to you. Last week we talked about creating content that was easy, lazy. This week I want you to focus on creating content quickly. I think so often we get caught up in perfection. We'll end up sitting on a caption for an hour. No one needs to sit on a caption for an hour. Nobody. You have artificial technology at your fingertips. You have a video that you just probably scripted out or a post that is completely set up. You have a call to action that you should have ready to copy and paste, or even better than copy and paste, auto typed out in your keyboard shortcuts. That's what it is. You need to have these things set up for yourself where it is plug and play. And you guys know I'm all about content to profit. If your content is taking too long to make, it is impossible for it to be profitable. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you're sitting there all day playing on your phone, making content, but not actually bringing in new clients, you have a very time-consuming, expensive hobby, because time is money. And your hour should be valued to at least $200 an hour for you. So for me, every hour that I'm not spending with an actual client or a billable production, I'm wasting money in my head. And every time I produce a post, I want that post to generate $500. That means that I can't waste time doing it, and I've got to get efficient at it. So what are the ways that you can do this? You can set up a content countdown, which is what I call my version of the Pomodoro method. And every single day you set a timer, and no matter fucking what, you show up for yourself and your business and you produce content in 25 minutes. Now you might be thinking, Sophia, that's absolutely nuts. How do you possibly? Well, first of all, you need to wake up and take your business seriously and look camera ready every day, because in order to sell as a coach or as a creator, you need to be creating a little bit every day. So if you don't feel confident to be on camera, what the fuck are you doing? You don't have a real business because you're not showing up every day on camera. I don't care if you don't show up with makeup on. Nobody does. You choose how you show up, and you train your audience when and how to respect you. My audience knows I show up with and without makeup. It's very important that if you know you're not going to show up without makeup, that you wake up your ass and you put on your makeup in the morning so you feel confident to produce at the drop of a hat. So today I put together a few ideas for really quick content, and I want you to write these down. I also want you to write down the Pomodoro method so you understand, okay, tomorrow I'm committed to a minimum of 25 minutes and then a little break before I go into my next task. 25 minutes of dedicated attention to content production. Can you do that for yourself? Are you willing to devote yourself to your business? If you want to be brave enough to be your own boss, you have to be dedicated. Being an entrepreneur is not for the faint of heart. It's not for the lazy. And if you're not willing to do that, you can get off the live now. And definitely don't go click the link in my bio, because it's only going to give you information that you're not going to implement and you won't make any money. I want to know who's serious here. Are y'all listening? Are you picking up what I'm laying down? Hello, welcome. Thank you, Elena. And thank you, Angie. I love my nails too. It's Pride this weekend. And I had so much fun because I had a beautiful girlfriend to be there with. Yes. Okay, y'all are picking it up. Awesome. So for you, when do you feel most productive? And tomorrow, I want you to put it into your calendar. Now, I don't play the fuck around. My calendar is fucking ridiculous. I have it literally like hour by hour, 30 minutes by 30 minutes, what I'm doing with my day. So I know tomorrow morning what time I'm working out. I know when I go in with my first client or start taking Voxer messages. I know when I go in to check on things with my agency. I know when I'm going to do content production. I know when I'm going to take a nap. And I know when I'm going to have a sexy time break. Except today's sexy time break was not expected. My girlfriend showed up at my door with flowers at 4 p.m. And somehow we ended up on my living room floor at 4 p.m. And I'm like, oh my God. It was the best day ever. Okay, so here's what I want you to write down. These are your really quick content ideas. Does everyone here have CapCut on their phones? First of all, that is really important. Do you use CapCut? Have you used it yet? It is vital to your success because they own the tickety-tock, and those templates that are on CapCut really tend to blow up. And they're very easy to create from. So I want you to get CapCut right now. I want you to go into the settings and delete the auto end of CapCut where it adds like the CapCut logo and all that stuff, and pay for CapCut. Like if you're serious about building a brand and business, like pay for CapCut and make sure that you are using all the features. Okay. Gwen's here. Angie, thank you. Joel's here. Yes. Josie, hey. Okay, so for everyone just joining, I was saying that entrepreneurship is not for the faint of heart. And if you are not willing to set a timer for 25 minutes every single day and create content, then you can get off the live and definitely don't download my guide because you won't do anything with it and you won't make any money online. But if you want to take content seriously, you want to build a business, or maybe you're at $5,000 or $10,000 a month and you want to go higher. You're like, Sophia, I like this $50,000 a month that you speak of. Then you've got to take the steps. There's no way around it. I wish I could tell you guys this is easy. Nothing about what I've done in the past year and a half has been easy. Certain aspects get to be easy. Certain things are more fun than others, but it's taken discipline. And so you're going to need CapCut. You're going to need to start using CapCut templates. The next thing you can do for easy content, no excuse content, talk about something in the moment that just happened in your life. Whether that was working with a client, a life lesson you learned, that becomes a story that brings you and your audience into an intimate moment where they feel they can connect with you. And every single day, there should be a moment of connection. Whether that is a story or a selfie in your stories that shares something more personal, or a story about a client, or about something in your feed. Right now, I'm really into creating videos in my feed that aren't meant to reach a ton of people, but they really nurture and teach the audience that's super engaged for me. I'm loving that right now. Everyone has a different strategy for nurturing content. Maybe like me, you have a podcast and that's your nurturing content. Whatever it is for you, tell a story every single day, whether it's yours or a story of a client. Or in your case, if you're an influencer, then tell a story about something that you just did with your friends where you ended up needing to use the product that you're promoting. Are you guys picking up what I'm laying down? Give me some hearts. Give me some hearts. Let me know if you're getting value from this. Okay. If I'm a little slow, it's because I had a 4:30 p.m. orgasm or 3. Hello. Stephanie's here. Okay. The next piece of content that I need you to write down that you are going to create tonight. And there goes my light. And just picking it up. Kapow. Okay. I need you guys to tell a story of how you went from A to Z. Tell a story of how you got from here to there wherever it is in your life, wherever it is in your business, wherever it is. If you are a chiropractor, I need you to talk about how you decided that was what you wanted to do and how you felt that was God's purpose for your life and why you love helping people, and tell your journey of building your practice. If you are a real estate agent, share your journey of how you got from here to there. And maybe that's your hero's journey of how you became a realtor and how as a kid, this. Okay, that's one example. But another one is how you built your business. Because when you share about your success in your business, it positions you as the authority. You don't have to be like me teaching people how to do social media to share how much money you make or how successful you are. Some people might think that's distasteful. If you're a realtor and you're talking about, I just closed like $7 million in inventory, people are going to see that as you being the authority, as you being the realtor that they need to hire because you actually know how to sell a fucking house. And big ones. And lots of them. Are you guys getting this? It doesn't matter what story you tell that day, but you need to tell a story. Telling a story is the easiest way to connect to your audience. Honestly, it's so underused on the internet. Everyone thinks they just have to look cute, but that's not going to sell anything. Stories are going to sell things, whether it's yours or a story of your client. Which, by the way, if you guys haven't heard the newest episode of Social Equity, you've got to go listen to it after this. It's always linked in my profile. And I told a story of how Jen went from zero. Well, when she came to me, she had about 1,500 followers on TikTok, and now she has over 40,000 followers on TikTok and a full-blown coaching business and brand deals. She was so worried about how she was going to make $10,000 a month, and now she'll never worry about that again. After 3-4 sessions with me? Yeah. It's the magic we do here, right? Angie says, you'd be proud of literally shared a video tonight about how I've lost 42 pounds post-stroke. I love this. And Angie is building a community with other victims of stroke to help them feel empowered and to raise awareness. It's so wild. Angie has been through so much and has chosen to heal when it would have been so easy to just sit back and like it would have been easy to stay a victim, Angie, and you didn't. It's really inspiring. It really inspires me. Stephanie says she's at 50K after 2 sessions with me. I'm so proud of you. Yes. Can't wait to our next session, by the way. And Helena is my lovely VIP, and we are setting up her systems for her to accept payments right now this week, and she's going to put out her first piece of content by the end of the week. As long as she does her growth work, I can't wait. Tomorrow we are going to be working on posting. Can't wait. Oh my goodness. Okay, so guys, let's get into the next thing that you can do to create quick content. Quick content. Because it's all about doing it every day. Even if you have 20 minutes, even if you only have 30 minutes, set that timer and create things like this. The next thing that I want you to do is share behind the scenes footage. Behind the scenes footage of anything that you're doing in your day. Anything. And on that behind the scenes footage, you can drop value bombs, which are just 1 to 3 sentences that teach your audience something that would be a share or would be a shareable quote or would position you as the authority. So what does this look like? In my content, you'll see me do like a one clip wonder. And then I just go ahead and share words on top of it. And I write these words in CapCut because in the Instagram app, I'm finding that they're a little bit harder to read. If you want to create an Instagram app, before you post your video, it might be wise to put a filter over it that darkens the video a little bit or just turn down the brightness so that the white letters will pop out. I'm not seeing a lot of success or things look pretty with anything other than white font. So unless you're highly branded, it's really important that you keep that white font. Right now, some of what I do, I use my branded Plum. But I noticed that especially if you're just getting started, instead of you looking like it's an ad, if you just keep a very simple font, no one knows that you're really building a brand. They might show up on the video and think it's more entertainment and then stay for the value that you're bringing rather than instantly getting turned off because they feel like you're selling something right away. I feel like keeping those the font simple allows people to not really know that you're taking social media super seriously right away if they're landing for the first time. And depending on what you do for your business, that might be what you need to do. So say you're sharing a story about how you overcame lupus and you are selling nutritional advice. Then if you're sharing your story, you want it to not feel like an ad. You want it to feel authentic. For Helena, you need to go listen, follow everyone, go follow Helena Marie Coaching. So when she starts sharing her stories, you'll see examples of this. We're going to be sharing stories strategically in a way that doesn't feel like she's selling her coaching. She's going to start by relating to her audience. And whether or not you ever work with her, which you should because she's got such a gift from God to help people find their life path, you will understand how she overcame something, and you'll be inspired. No matter what you've been through in your life, you'll be able to be inspired by going, oh, if she went through that, then I can overcome this. Oh, she went through that too. I can overcome this. What she shares is going to take you from I can't, or people who have told you you can't, to I can. Right, Helena? Yes, you're welcome. And I'm so proud of her for implementing everything that she's learning, and I can't wait to start releasing this content. Do you think I could tell my story of becoming a dog breeder to sell breeding coaching? Absolutely, Stephanie. Absolutely. I would start with your story. It's going to be one of your most important assets. Absolutely. Yes, yes, yes. Absolutely. So important. I would share, and there's not coaches in your industry, and I definitely think it'd be extremely lucrative for you to go bigger. Don't just think about selling right now. Think about selling the vision, selling the skill set that you've had to teach yourself to get here. Hey, Sarah, the skill set that you had to teach yourself to get here and what you can teach other women so they can start their own businesses and ethically produce what you guys are doing. Because I'm sure there's a lot of people who do it wrong. There's Helena Marie showing up on her coaching platform. Love it. Okay. So behind the scenes value, I want you to tell a story. I want you to talk about something that just happened in the moment. These are the things. Are you writing this down? Is everyone writing it down? Oh, you're so welcome, Kira. You're so welcome. Are you guys writing this down? It's so important. The last hook that I want to leave you with tonight, okay? This is so valuable. I just want you to create a video that goes, my exact steps to get from A to Z. My exact steps to get from A to Z. And watch what happens. Watch what happens. Turquoise friend, I want you to create a video like this. How I went from A to Z. Tell your story. Tell your healing. Tell your story when it came to maybe it's religious trauma, maybe it's your business, maybe it's the growth of your business. My exact steps to go from A to Z. And watch what happens. And if you don't have a platform on TikTok yet, boy, oh boy, this is the content you need to be posting on TikTok. Oh my God. The opportunity is absolutely there. And when people say, Sophia, what do I post on YouTube? It is searchable content. It is how you would title the video, how to do this to that, right? How to. Right, unless it's cute puppy videos for you, because there will always be content that is outreach and that is going to be applied to a larger audience rather than just nurturing. You're reaching new people with those cute puppy videos that can just go viral. But when you do those videos, Stephanie, you can think of them as B-roll videos, and you could put value bombs on tops, facts about Frenchies. Very simple. Very simple to just do facts about Frenchies, or one thing you need to know, the first thing you need to know when you bring your Frenchie home. I mean, so simple, right? It's always a sign, Kira. Okay, everybody, have you grabbed the guide that is linked in my bio? I want to know. Let me know if you've grabbed my free guide. It teaches you how to set up your bio for success to start making money so you could quit posting aimlessly on social media and start building a real brand and business for yourself. Have you grabbed that guide? Stephanie's grabbed it. Yes. Has anyone else grabbed it? Let me know. Helena's has grabbed it. Yes. Angie grabbed the guide. Yes. Okay. Now that you've grabbed the guide, did you sign up for the masterclass? You should have gotten an email invitation. Once you grab the guide, you'll get an email invitation to my private masterclass, How to Build a Profitable Profile. I cannot wait to see you there. Yes, yes. Kira says how she got from A to Z trauma, but almost ready. Yes, share it, share it, share it. Grab it, Kira. Can't wait for you to have that in your hands and take action on it. One thing that I know for sure is I've studied content creation and managed social media for years. And I did very well for my clients. I did. But the minute that I chose to get coaching on sales, chose to get more coaching on social media strategy, something magical unlocked. So wherever you can grab that mentorship, I understand if you're like, hey, now's not the time for me to invest in a one-on-one with you. Cool, grab my free resources. The free resources are there for you for a reason. Hey, Becca, hey, Chloe, hey, Mai. The free resources are there for you for a reason. What's for free? I do these lives on Monday nights. I share podcast episodes. My podcast is called Social Equity. If you love what you hear and you're listening to it for free, though, I really appreciate if you left me 5 stars on Spotify and that you leave a kind review on Apple Podcasts. Or maybe when you're listening to it, you screenshot it and you share it in your Instagram story and tag me just as a little thank you, because it is so much free value. Yes, Stephanie has invested in sessions and done the whole work, and I'm so proud of her. And this is the thing. If you take the most, if you invest the most for yourself, whatever you can do, that's your edge energetically. And what happens is you'll start to challenge yourself. Because if you don't challenge yourself energetically, you stay the same. You're not going to see the growth. I know for me, in order to get to the next level and to have built the masterclass that I've created and build out the program I've created, I needed to invest in a coach. I needed to put $13,000 up there to really get a fire under my ass. So do what it is for you to get a fire under your ass. Maybe it's working with me. Maybe it's going get that guide. Maybe it's coming to the masterclass. Maybe it is applying for VIP. Maybe it is joining the group program as soon as I launch it. I am launching the group program in a month. If you are out there trying to build a brand for a podcast or your business, you need to come to the group coaching program. It will be life-changing for you. It will be brand-changing for you. Gone from zero to almost launching Kiss of Sophia in less than 2 hours. Absolutely. Yes, I'm so excited. And we took a little break in there, Helena, because I went on a vacation. And I'm ready. I am so ready to launch. Yeah, Helena started with zero. When I say zero, she started an account fresh, right? And we've been building the back end of her system. We've been building out sales strategy. We've been building out taking payments. We've been building out her invoicing. We've been building out her language. We've been building out her logo, her brand. We started from nothing, and now this week, hopefully by the end of the week, it's up to her at the pace she goes, but she can launch. This is huge. Going from zero to a full business opening in 2 months. There's so much value in hiring someone to help you get a fire under your ass. Think of it as getting a trainer. That is what we're doing here. We're training for content. So I want to do a little recap, okay? For those of you just coming in, welcome to Content to Profit. Tonight, I taught all about how to be dedicated to your craft. Be dedicated to content. If you are here to build a real business, it is vital that you spend 30 minutes a day creating content. It doesn't have to be hard, but you do have to be very rigid in this. This is not something that you can sometimes do. This is something that you always have to follow through on for yourself. Are you going to follow through for yourself? Are you going to do what it takes? Only you can do that. I can help you. You can go get the guide that's in my linked in my bio right now. You can come to the masterclass. You can invite your most driven friends to the masterclass. I would love that. But only you can take the steps necessary for success. And what is that for you? Who's going to hold you accountable? Maybe you have a business bestie. Okay, I have a business bestie, and we hold each other accountable to growth. Maybe you come to the masterclass with your business bestie. Maybe you guys, maybe you're like, oh, Sophia, I can't afford a coaching call with you. Maybe you book a call with me and you invite your business bestie and you guys split the cost. Because maybe you're like that serious about building your brand. With you since let's engaged and you're doing great things, we'll come again. Oh, yes, it will, Kira. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm so honored to have walked with you through the hard relationship times. I know that if you're here, you're made for more. And if you want to know how to do it, go grab the guide. It's free. It's totally free. And I want you to be committed to at least 25 minutes a day of content. And maybe structure your day with more of the Pomodoro technique. 25 minutes on, completely focused, 5 minutes off, 25 minutes on, completely focused, 5 minutes off. It is good for your nervous system. It is. And I know for me to be successful, this is something that I needed to implement. And now I'm going to go back over the notes. I want you guys to use CapCut templates when you create content to make content fast. I want you to use the hook. That is like how I got from A to Z, my exact method to get from A to Z. Yes. Talk about something in the moment that just happened that day. Tell a story to your clients in your stories. Tell a story to your clients in your feed somewhere at some point. Tell a story. And the last tip is just sharing behind the scenes footage and overlaying a value bomb. Overlaying some education, or if you're here to outreach, overlay something super relatable that would be shared many times. Content doesn't have to be hard. But I'm not going to lie to you. Entrepreneurship is not easy. Are you dedicated? Are you going to set the timer tomorrow? And now, for next week, I would love if you guys DM me your questions that you want to go over next week. We are going to have so much fun here. And if you haven't already, go grab that guide. Go grab it right now and sign up for the masterclass. Save your seat. I just hit, I think, about 100 ladies in it. And I'm not sure how many more I'm going to add because it's going to be a lot of people in that room. I'm so excited. It was crazy too because of my methods. I mean, when I launched the masterclass, before I even talked about it, I had about 60 people inside. It's huge. It's huge. It means I built a content machine. And I want to help you guys do the same. So come to the masterclass, come learn how to set up your social media for success so you can stop failing and wasting time posting shit that just ain't sticking. Because you've got something magical to share. What you do is important. And if you want people to see it, you just need to learn how to create content that sells. And I know I can help you. Go get set up for success. Go grab the free guide in my bio. Sign up for the free masterclass in my bio. And if you're going to invite a friend, for God's sake, don't invite someone who don't do shit. Invite someone who's driven. Invite someone who's a local realtor, owns a med spa, or maybe a friend who, like you want to build your tarot reading business. You guys are both driven. Invite someone who's driven. Because as a coach, I don't want anyone in the fucking room who isn't going to take action and then say, Sophia coached me. No, I don't want that. I want doing women in the room. If you're a doing woman, I want you to comment doing woman. And that is your commitment to yourself, to start timing yourself each day to create content. All I expect is 25 minutes a day. Are you in? Comment doing woman. Are you with me? Because you're worth it. Because your brand's worth it. Because you're sick and tired of doing things the long, hard way and you're going to do what works. Doing woman. Helena Zorf says she's a doing woman. Love to hear it. Just a little turquoise says doing woman. She's a doing woman. Helena Marie Coaching said she's a doing woman. Angie said she's a doing woman. Yes, yes, yes. I love it. I love it. I cannot wait to see you guys in the masterclass. Lauren Courtney says she's doing... Guys, Lauren Courtney, I have to tell y'all something about this before I go. So a year ago, I was creating lesbian content, which I could have kept doing. I mean, I was doing great as an influencer doing that. I'm not equipped as an educator to continue coaching in it. Like, I could only take people so far because I wasn't a sex educator. And I am not a therapist. So for me, I was like, okay, like, let me do what I'm best at, which is teach social media rather than continuing to like teach women on sexuality, because that's not like my expertise, right? But it was fun for a while to get women to where I was. I was one step ahead, right? But I loved what I did. I wasn't questioning what I did. And Lauren messaged me one day, and honestly, Lauren, I didn't take offense to it, but I was just like, that's so weird. Like, I don't even know her. Like, what is she doing? She messaged me and said, you're gonna teach women the codes to wealth. I have goosebumps right now. And I was like, okay, weirdo. Like, you don't know me. You obviously don't watch my content. Like, no offense, but okay. Like, thanks. Like, you know, when you're like, in the South, we say, bless her heart. Like, she don't know what she's talking about. That's cute. That's how I felt, Lauren. But Lauren's an intuitive and a coach, and she has got her shit together, because when she messaged me that, I didn't get it. And then a year later, I guess she responded to a story of mine. Something popped her to like the top of my DMs. And when I went to read it, I read the last DM and I was like, shut the front door. So it was really cool. It was really cool. She gets intense messages. I'm so glad you decided to send it, Lauren, because it makes me... Well, first of all, what you're doing is real, and people should invest in your coaching, obviously, because you're the real deal. Predicting that for me. But you make people feel seen and understood before we can understand ourselves. And that's a gift. That's a gift. Okay, guys. As Lauren said, I teach women the codes to wealth. And that is what I'm created to do. And if you want to go grab the free guide, there's some codes in that guide. There are so many beautiful free resources for you. There's this live, there's the podcast, there's that guide, and I'll be teaching the free masterclass. So when you're ready to quit wasting time and level the fuck up, go grab the guide, sign up for the masterclass, and start taking crazy action, because you know you're worth it. Because you know that you're put here for a bigger purpose. Because you know you're the one who's meant to help. Because you know that you are worthy of having a platform. Because you are. Good night, y'all.